welcome to another episode of Cherie, an alternative and avant-garde TV show that devoted to art, beauty, photography and music, and much more. In general, devoted to life and the lifestyle. My name is Cherie Laurent, and I am going to be your host for tonight's episode. So please sit, relax, and let's enjoy our journey. Tonight's episode, I will be sharing with you a very special film that I created about my personal life. For the last few years, probably the last 10 years, I've been asked over and over to sell my story to TV stations, to make a movie about it. I have a bad experiences with some channels that we start shooting, and I didn't trust the procedure, and I didn't believe that my story will be told as honest as I wanted it to be. During the Corona time, and I was locked around 9 months by myself in my small place, it was a great time to reminisce and start writing. So I started writing my own story. And yes, I know there was a book being published before through RMIT University, but the book was mostly about art and photography. This film is going to be very raw, honest, very truthful, as every one of us said and knows that we all are the heroes of our own destiny and the heroes of our own story. Each one of us has their own path, and each one of us has their own discovery in this life. As I always say over and over, we don't come to life with a manual that if we follow, everything will be perfect and we all have a safe journey. Unfortunately, we write our own destiny, and there are so many things that related: the place you born, the parent you have, the way you look, the way you feel, who came into your life, and the event, including religion, politics, sexuality, lots of things in life. They identify who we are. And through my personal life experience, and I talked about it in lots of TV interviews all around the world, I don't feel ashamed. I don't feel I'm a victim. I feel life is all about learning journey that never stops, from the first day we're born until we say goodbye. And whoever come to our life, they could be bad angels, they could be evils or good angels. They come for a reason, to create the person that who we are, to prove something to change something, to inspire someone in our life journey. The most important thing about life is, doesn't matter how much life hit you hard, and you find this a theme in all my films, you always need to stand up, need to wipe your tears, have a big breath, look to the sun and look to the light in the end of the tunnel. Never lose your faith in the goodness of life itself, in the goodness of people, and always learn to love. And that is my biggest lesson I learned until today, is to be able to stand up after every time I've been hit really hard. As a young little child, I born in a country that's struggling for 24 years of war. There was a lot of challenges that, well, we don't really plan for it, we face it when it comes. And how I came out of all these challenges and who I become after that. My story is about surviving in life and learning from it and trying to be a better person and help others as much as I can through my own experiences. And that's what a complex personality is a person who basically go through life and learn their own way through their own experiences, and then make their own views and share it with everybody to inspire other people that are struggling in life, to learn from them and say, well, this person went through this and they managed to stand up, they managed to put their act together, and they kept going. So if they could do it, I can do it. And that was the whole concept of the show, of all my films. So during the 9 months I was locked by myself, I start writing and I start making a film to tell my own story. And I used music because, I'll be honest with you, I went through deep depression because I didn't realize how difficult it is to go and dig through so many painful memories that you have. During life we learned to throw things behind our back and pretend it not exists, and we try to forget. I just don't want to face it, I just don't want to think about it, I just don't want to write about it. But then I realized that things doesn't disappear. I always, for years, I struggled with horrible sleep. I can't sleep at night. I'm hyper, I mentioned that a lot of time. I work 22 hours a day and I'm always running from a time to face myself and face all the things that I went through from a childhood to until today. I just don't think about it, and I learned a technique is to make fun of everything and make jokes about it, and that's why I'm quite funny when I hang out with all my friends. They think I'm hilarious, and it is a way of dealing with things. Some people cry, some people make jokes and become sarcastic, some people become angry, some people take a knife and kill someone. I think I chosen the sarcastic humor that you see a lot of time in my show to deal with a lot of issues, until I start making this show or making this film. And I have to go back to a very dark moment in my life and bring it to you on the screen, not to feel a victim, not to cry, not to basically have a negative part about the story. No, the story is more inspirational because here I am. I'm still working, I'm still alive, and I'm still able to love. I'm still able to give love and receive love and believe in the goodness of people, regardless all the things that you're gonna see. But some of the footage of this film, it's very confronting, because it took me a lot of months and months and letters and contact to get permission to use original footage of war from Iraq and from Iran and from the Kurds, because I have my house, my family house, being destroyed in missile, and that's what you're gonna see. I have a friend, a very close friend, that her family got killed in the gas on Iraq by Saddam gassing the Kurds. She was a very close friend to me, and I lived all this moment myself. I have I'm not gonna talk about it now. This week I'm gonna show the film with music and maybe some information. Next time I will be telling you the story, but at the beginning I have people who watched that and stayed on the chair for 10 minutes quiet after they finished, paralyzed. And every time I watch it, I go to a paralyzed mode, because it's painful and it's not Hollywood, it's not glamorized, and it's done in my own bedroom apartment, asking for scenes that I ask people to help all around the world to help me to shoot some scene and send it to me, part of the story, and brought it all to you. So after all this long conversation, let's start the movie tonight, and welcome to a very truthful, very honest story of Cherie Laurent's life. So let's start.